there are these typography mistakes that if you do, probably you will not have a professional design. So we're gonna be talking in this video about the common mistakes that some designers will be doing while dealing with text, and you should really avoid them to have an aesthetically pleasing design and also a professional one. So the first one to avoid is using too many typefaces or too many fonts with different styles, and in that case you will have a very noisy design. It's not gonna look professional, by the way. However, try using only one font with different styles and sizes. This will be giving you the contrast and variation you're looking for. And if you really need to use another font, just keep it that way. Don't go above 2 fonts if you really can, okay? Also, never ever stretch or distort your type. So, for example, if you'd like to scale your type, make sure to use the Shift key if you're using Adobe Illustrator to maintain proportions like so. And now in Photoshop, since Photoshop 2019, you don't really have to use Shift key. It's gonna be enlarging with proportion, and avoid doing that to your type, which will be looking very bad as you can tell, or even stretching your type like so. I assure you no professional designer will be doing that. Also, when it comes to paragraphs, make sure to avoid runs and widows, which are separated maybe first or last lines, and single words at the end of paragraphs and columns. So for example, that line in here is related to that paragraph. If we go ahead and squeeze that column like that, that line will be jumping in here, which is not an amazing thing, by the way, for readers. So try to avoid something like that, or even a last word in here. Another common mistake will be sacrificing readability, which is a major role of type if you agree with me. So here, for example, we do have a sans serif font in a nice size. We do have a nice leading. If we go ahead and open our character panel, we can see that we have a 21 point. You want to make sure that you have a readable font in screen and print designs. So if you're going to print a font, make sure you don't go below 7 or 8, maybe in something like business card. And a good readable font will be probably 10 points or so. While in screen designs, it will vary a lot. However, you are designing in a screen, make sure you're selecting a scale of 100% from here, and always go with simple and sans serif fonts, especially with smaller fonts or body text or paragraphs. And make sure you do have the right leading for your type, not too tight like so, and not too loose as well like so. In most of the cases you will be going with auto and it will be fine. Also, don't go crazy with the effects, applying maybe drop shadow or something like that to your font. From here, let's go ahead and apply maybe a drop shadow. Something like that will make it hard to read. Plus, it doesn't look that amazing using these styles, especially with type, of course, or even not having enough contrast for your type. So let's cancel that. Doesn't look amazing. Like having your type in black, for example, on a dark background, it will be quite hard to read, as you can tell. Also, when it comes to having a paragraph like that, try to have nice lines for your paragraph ends by dragging that, having some nice spaces like so. Something like that definitely will make type more appealing to your viewers. So hopefully by now, guys, you'll be avoiding these mistakes. You know, these little hints is really what set designers apart, so make sure you avoid these common mistakes, and I'll be seeing you in next one.